Alrighty guys, welcome back to the video series of how to install these hidden lights. Now this is going to be part 6 of the video. If you guys are enjoying my content and enjoying these very short section of videos, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and any future comments, leave them down there below. Enough of me talking, let's go ahead and get started with the next section. Alright, so before I go and grab the headlight, these are going to be the screws that you're going to need. You're only going to need 2. We're not going to completely install the headlight. We're just going to put only part of the headlight here, not the fairings and everything, because we don't need that. We just want to make sure that these ducts are in the position of where they're going to be and supposed to be. Okay, so I got the headlight right here, and we want to line up the ducts with, the duct, cover or whatnot. Again, I will probably connect the headlight connectors, which is right here, and connect it to here just to see how it's going to look, with the headlight and everything. So that way I could get optimal, position on lighting. So you're gonna have to want to do the same as well, actually. Kind of just move the harness around, kind of get it out of the way. So before I connect it, I'm just gonna show you right now. Actually, let me go and turn on the rest of the lighting so you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing. All right, so like I said, you want to line up duct with the cover. Be careful on doing it. And then after you line up the ducts with the cover, you're gonna see this is the pin right here, or whatever, the plastic. We want it to line up with this hole, and then we're gonna put the screw, and that's where we're gonna tighten it down. So we only need 2, one on this side, on each side. Line it up. Once you get it lined up good, then you can go ahead and attach the little peg to the hole. All right, so I go ahead and do this because the camera's kind of in my way. I want to be able to get full access of going around and what you guys just looking at my arm and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and put everything, and then I'll show you pretty much how it's supposed to be and looking. And this is the only part that's going to be a little bit on the difficult side, because now you're going to have to try to get your hand in there a little bit to actually maneuver the light. Now all we're going to be doing in this part of the video when we get the bike out on the street is that we're just going to adjust the tilt. So the up and down tilt is the only thing that we're going to be adjusting now. We're not going to be adjusting the left and right part. Well, we are, but we're not going to tighten the bolt just yet. So right now we're just going to adjust the up and down tilt on both sides, sitting on the bike and adjusting it until you get that perfect angle. Once you adjust the perfect pattern that you want on your bike, remove the auxiliary lights, and we're going to tighten down the screw all the way. We're going to lock it in place, tighten it, and then we'll put it back on the bike, and then the second adjustment is where we're going to really tighten down everything else. Let me go ahead and do this, and then I'll show you what to do next. So this is how it should look like with just that bottom part of the headlight on, just to make sure that obviously that the vents are pretty much where they're going to be. You notice I have some tape on here. It's just because I wanted to protect the lens as I'm moving the headlight around the workshop. I don't want the lens to get scratched. But of course, once I wait until it gets dark, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tapes. That way we could get a more optimal, realistic headlight angling and lighting to maximize for the lights, pretty much, is what I'm saying. This actually looks pretty cool in the camera. It actually looks like a transformer, like an evil transformer or something like that. It kind of reminds me of. So again, once it gets dark out tonight, I'll get the bike out, and we're gonna go to a road that's, you want to make sure that the road is straight and flat, because if you go on a curve or on a hill, you're not gonna be able to adjust the lights how it's supposed to be compared to a flat road. Of course, that's what you definitely want to look for. Alright guys, it's already nighttime, and as you can see, we're actually outside now. And if you're looking over here, you could see that I kept the tape on there. I'm using my cell phone as a flashlight so we could see, or so you guys can see. It's really dark out here, so I'm gonna keep the tape on there, and the reason is because I want to adjust the beams of light without this being in my way. Once I feel that the beam of light is really good, I'll remove the tape to see how well it's going to match up as far as lighting. So right now if we're looking straight at the light like this, we're going to adjust the beam for if it's like this, up and down. We're also going to be doing left and right as well, but we're not going to tighten down that bolt just yet. So right now, just do your adjustments of moving it left and right and up and down. Once you have the up and down part really good and set, and you're satisfied with how the beam of light is, and then also when you remove your tape and you're satisfied with how all of the light is for your satisfaction of lighting, and then we're going to go ahead, we're going to take the bike back in, and we're going to tighten those screws, so therefore the up and down movement, it won't no longer move anymore because you already set it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have a really long stretch of dark road over here, which is perfect, and that's pretty much what you want to do as well. A good long stretch of dark road. It doesn't have to be that long, but I would say a good straight block or so, it will be perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how my lighting looks at the moment, because you'll see in a moment that the lighting is not optimal or straight for that matter. So let me go ahead and turn off my cell phone light. So you can see the road is pretty dark. You're gonna see some Christmas lights because we are hitting Christmas pretty soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the bike, but I'm not gonna start the bike. I'm just gonna turn the key. Turn the key, I'm gonna sit on it, make it straight, and you could see that the lighting, it is all over the place actually. So you can see that it's very faint at the bottom and it's really pointing towards the sky. If you could see by, I don't know if you can see by that tree over there, that's where it's pretty much lighting up over there right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my adjustments, and then I'll show you how it should look and what would work best for me. So I decided to take some pictures because in the video is kind of dark. So here's some pictures of how it's looking like right now, and you could see that the light is hitting that tree pretty big time. So we definitely don't want the light shining to the sky. We want the light hitting down at the road. That's the whole purpose, so we could have better lighting when we're riding. Now I'm gonna do my adjustments, and then I will take some more pictures and show you how the optimal lighting for myself would be, and hopefully for yourself as well. All right, guys, I think I pretty much adjusted it the best I could. Now I was hoping that the light would kind of throw a little bit further, but I guess because of the way the duct is, it's not allowing the full spectrum of light. That's why you kind of see it pointing down to the floor. And another thing I found pretty interesting is that I have the middle one covered, and it's funny that this light here on the left side in front of you, this adjustment on this side controls that side of beam, and this one controls the opposite side. So it's almost like they're reversed. I'm not sure if it has to do, like I said, with the way the housing is. It's just super odd. I don't think there is a left and right with these LED lights because they're not indicated as left and right. That's kind of fun odd. So let me show you what I mean. Let me put the camera back the other way so you guys can see the road, and then I want to pretty much tell you what I'm doing really. So right now I'm going to put my hand over the left light. So this is my hand on the left light, and it's actually showing shadows on the right side. Now I'm going to put my hand on the right light, and you can see it's showing shadows for the left light. That's so crazy. It's like there's no mirrors in there, so I don't know why it's doing that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape for the front headlight so you guys could see it with the beam, the regular headlight beam. Go ahead and move that. All right, so there it is with the headlight beam. Oh, I have it on high beam, as you guys get. Well, you guys don't know, but I have it on high beam. Let me go ahead and put low beam. So there is low beam right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the auxiliary lights, and as you can see, that is the low beam. It's kind of sad. And then high beam obviously throws the light further, but it almost like it disappears, so there's not that much. That's when I put the passing light. So that's low beam, and then there's high beam. You could see that the light kind of disappears, so now it's even more faint. And low beam. So if I put the auxiliary lights, you can see I have it angled, so it gives me a lot more, side to side visibility, which is what I want, so I can see the road more. And then when I put my high beam, obviously the light disappears, but at least I don't lose that side to side visibility when needed. And there you go. I turn off the auxiliary lights. You could see. So something is better than nothing when out on the road. I am going to be installing some more lights on the bike so I can see the road better, and those lights are going to be located more towards the lower wheel well. So I think that's going to be doing it for me right here. You guys could, I'll keep adjusting it until you find the sweet spot for you guys and optimal visions. All right, well guys, let me go ahead and tape the light back up and get it back into the garage, and then we're going to take it out and I'll show you how to tighten out the bolts and everything. Alrighty guys, so I did a lot of back and forth with the lights, going up and down and left and right with the angles to see which angle is going to work best for me. Unfortunately, I forgot to take a picture for you guys, but I'm sure probably when I do this video, I'll probably end up getting the picture to show you and put it up over here and what works for me. I was going to angle the lights a little bit lower, but after mistakenly putting it up a little bit more and angling it right, I was able to get a little bit more light. And it actually, widens the view of the road with the light. Anyhow, okay, so now that you already set it, now we have to take out the lights from the air vents. As you can see, I already kind of started, taking it out. And then you're gonna be careful on when you tighten this, because once you start tightening this, the light's gonna wanna move up or down, depending on the tightening or whatever. So just try to do the best you can on holding it as tight as you can when tightening the nut. I got it pretty secure now, so it's pretty tight. Other than that, we're gonna put it back into here, and then I'm gonna go back outside and really make sure that I didn't move it when I was tightening the bolt. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in right now, and at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and grab our spacer. I think it's the lock washer or whatever. This guy, and then obviously the bolts with the nylon end. Alrighty guys, sorry to leave you on that cliffhanger of tightening down the bolts. We're almost there guys, I promise. Now that's going to conclude this portion of the video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit subscribe right down there below with the notification bells, which is right next to it. If you guys have any questions, also leave them down in the comments down below. Alright guys, catch you guys on the next one. Take care.